Hi, and welcome to Creativity for Hope, the place where you can have fun learning to do creative things. Today we're making a sublimation mug. And with sublimation, it's a great process where you print on a sublimation printer using sublimation paper, and you take that with heat and transfer it over to a sublimation blank. And the blank, meaning a mug or a shirt, has like a polyester coat on it. And so that helps the ink fuse to it with the heat because the ink turns to a gas and actually becomes part of the mug or the shirt. So it definitely lasts a very long time. So we're making sublimation mug today. And some of the supplies that we'll need are first is the print. And you can get these images for printing at like Creative Market is one of my favorite sites. They have so many different images, different fonts, photos. It's a great resource. I'm in a wonderful place for artists to like display their work. So I got this image of a whale with the water in watercolor here at Creative Market, and I printed it on my Sawgrass printer on the sublimation paper. And I'll go ahead and put all of this in the links so you have it. And what the great thing is there's just so many possibilities. And so I've already printed it here. I've printed two, so it can go on both sides. And then other supplies that you'll need in addition to the print is a pair of scissors. And also you'll need heat-resistant tape. This particular heat-resistant tape is from Cricut. And you'll also need a sublimation mug. And with the sublimation mug, has that polyester coat on it. You'll also need a cutting tool, and so I like this paper cutter. The last thing that you'll need is a lint roller, and the lint roller will go ahead and clean off the mug, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. All right, so what we're going to do first is cut our images so that they can be taped to the mug. Some people do this differently. Some people like to do a wrap. Some people just like to cut out the image. I tend to like to cut out the image and then tape it to the mug. So the paper cutter really helps get some crisp edges for me. And so I'm just kind of trimming up both sides of the image. All right, so the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is lint roll the mug to get off all the lint or dirt or anything so that we can make sure that we have a clean transfer. Now, this is a little bit tricky. Make sure that you center the image right where you want it on the mug. Don't do it right on the front. I tend to do it on the sides, and I tend to do one on each side. I want to say parallel to the handle. You'll have to eyeball it and get a good feel for it. You can go ahead and pre-cut some of the heat-resistant strips to make it easier as you're trying to center the image. And go ahead and put this tape on the very edges of the image. You don't want to like put it right on. You want to get it like right on the edge. And then what you can do is kind of just fold the bottom a little bit to see where it comes under the mug. And then you can always cut that off. And then what you can do is put heat resistant tape there. And then you can also put heat resistant tape along the top of the mug, and it's okay to put it inside. So you can do one side and then you can do the other side as well. So now that I've done both sides, I'm going to go ahead and put the mug in my Cricut Mug Press. And so make sure the mug is centered when you put it in the heat press, and then make sure you push down so that the heat press goes. I've sped this up so that it doesn't take the full 6 minutes to be able to press this mug. You lift up the handle and you can pull out the mug. Be super careful that you only touch it on the handle. It is very hot and can burn you. You can also put on a heat-resistant glove and then put it on a heat-resistant mat as well. I've let this cool and I've got my glove now. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off, but I can't stress enough to like let it cool. Don't burn yourself before you pull everything off. So I'm super excited to pull off the tape and see what we have here. Oh, it's looking really good. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I have the whale on both sides, which is amazing, just like I wanted. And it really transferred quite nicely. I used a Cricut mug. And so, gosh, this looks great. I'm so happy on how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and thank you for going with me on this journey. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll make more videos on how to make more sublimation mugs. All right, thank you.